I'm going to need to go buy an 1.5 inch socket to fit that nut. There's one of those nuts on each side. You tighten those down and it holds the backhoe attachment really secure in the back of the tractor. And I want to make sure that that backhoe attachment's really secure so it doesn't auger out the little hooks at the bottom or the pins at the top. They're all nice and tight. The whole reason that backhoe was in here is because I was out working the back fence line, trying to clear a path for the back fence line. When I look up at my hydraulic cylinder and I notice it's no longer attached fully, I guess you'd say. That's what it looked like. I looked up and I saw that with the pin almost popping out. It did break right where the zerk fitting or the grease fitting is, the weakest point in the whole thing. Talking to different people, I think I talked to 3 different hydraulic shops, and they all came up with the same response. They all told me that Case makes hydraulic cylinders or has hydraulic cylinders made for their equipment. That is specific. The eyelet and the pins are specific sizes for their equipment. So you can't just go buy an aftermarket cylinder and plunk it in there and you're good to go. The steering cylinders that I put on the front, those are different because they have the bolts for the steering that come through. I forget what you call those bolts. They're tapered shank, all that. They just pop right in, no big deal. The hydraulic cylinders, the rest of the hydraulic cylinders on the machine have specific eyelet sizes. So I couldn't just go buy a cylinder. I know the shaft has scratches on it. It was going to cost me a little over $1,000 to have the whole shaft and eyelet redone, remade. And I don't want to spend that type of money. I wish I could. I wish I had money to just burn. I would just, yeah, sure, go ahead. Here's $1,000. Give me a new shaft with an eyelet on it, and you won't have scratches in it, and it won't wear out the seals faster and all that good job, Bob Henry stuff. What I did have done, talking to the machinist that made the eyelet for me and welded it on, this eyelet is meant to have a sleeve on each side of that grease fitting. But that's what's left of one of the sleeves. So I'm talking to him, I'm saying, well, I need a sleeve made too. And he says, well, I can save you some time and money if I make the eyelet that thick. Sounded like a good idea to me. He did put a little, what they call rifling in through there, so the grease has a little bit of a groove to stay in and keep it lubricated for a while. Did a beautiful job on it. Did cost quite a bit. I think it cost $508 to have that eyelet made and welded on, and then a new seal kit, which was pennies at that point, and he actually just popped the seal kit on there for me, no big deal. So it's back in business, it's ready to go. I know it's not the best way of fixing it. It'd be nice if I had the extra money, but I don't. So it's the way it is, and it's only a $7,000 backhoe. Why would I want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on one ram, one hydraulic cylinder, when the whole machine is pretty inexpensive? Just my opinion, and it's my backhoe, so I'm going to do what I want. Anyways, I'm going to get back out on the back fence line and see if I can dig up some more of those stumps and get it ready for this next spring. When the ground's nice and soft, I can pound a bunch of T-posts and put a fence up back there. Until next time, go make something.